Good morning, everyone. Today's class is on continuing the exercise 2B. So we have done the question number 11 and 12 on Wednesday, and we have to continue today from question number 13. Earlier we have studied about the asterisk symbol, and it was given that it is completely divisible by 3 and 9. So now today we have to continue in the same case, but the procedure will be changed because they are saying you have to find the asterisk, the smallest digit, which is make the given number divisible by the 11. So I am showing you the questions in the book. What question I am talking about? This is your math book, page N28, question number 13, and I am talking about the question number 13 now, and the 14 is easy. I'll explain you. So now we have to focus in the question number 13. How can we do this? So what this question is saying, in each of the following numbers, replace asterisk symbol by the smallest digit to make it divisible by 11. Children, it is a kind of difficult divisibility rule which you have studied before summer break. Then how can we find out that a number is divisible by 11 without using division process? So we have studied about, first we have to find out the sum of the even digits, and we have to find the sum of the digits at odd place, and we have to find their difference. I am repeating again. If a number is divisible by 11, then it has to be clear that first we have to find the sum of digits at even place and sum of digits at odd place, and then we have to find their difference. And if the difference is 0 or the multiple of 11, then it is completely divisible by 11. You may revise your rule, it is given in the book. So I am moving on in the question. I have taken one example from my side and I'll solve one part of that question. So one example I have taken, that is 79,004 and then asterisk symbol and 3. So you have to find the smallest digit which can be put over here to replace this asterisk symbol, and then the number which you will find out at the end, that will be completely divisible by 11. For this thing we have to follow the rule of divisibility by 11. So what was the rule? First you all have to find out the sum of digits at even place. So we have 5 places over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always we have to move towards from right to left. So this is the odd place, this is even place, this is odd, this is even, this is odd. So at even place we have found 2 digits, that is 9 and the asterisk. So we will first add them, 9 plus asterisk. Since asterisk is variable, it is not going to be added 9. Now we will move forward further to find the sum at odd place. So sum at odd place will be 7 plus 4 plus 3, that is 14. Then children, we have to find out the difference of the sum at even and odd place. So we got, which is the maximum one, we can see now, that is 14. So we may keep any one of them at the first position. So as we can see, the 14 is greater than 9, so we will put first 14 over here. 14 minus 9 plus asterisk, and this asterisk may be anything. And the rule is, it will be completely, this difference will be completely divisible. This difference will be 0 or the multiple of 11, then the given number is divisible by 11. So if we assume that if it is going to be 0, so we know that what has to be there in asterisk symbol. Suppose if subtract 14 minus 9, here is 5. If we will take minus 5 over here, then it will be definitely subtracted. Means we can understand that it is 14, and if we will get this sum as 14, then we will get 14 minus 14 is equal to 0. So if we will add 5 over here, which will be definitely come from 14 minus 5, 14 minus 9. So how will we get that here should be 5? Because we should know first 14 minus 9 is 5, and if you will place minus 5 over here, it will come plus minus 0, as you have studied the integer, a kind of integer part also. So we can say now asterisk should be 5 over here, which we have got it from 14 minus 9. Means this difference should be 0 or the multiple of 11. So first we have to go for 0, then we will move on for the further multiples of 11 like 11, 22, 33 and so on, if they are a bigger number as an addition. Now I am taking the fourth part of this question number 13. The question number 13, I am taking the fourth part, that is 7, 4, asterisk 8, 3, 5, 9. Children, we have how many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here is the odd digit, even digit, odd, even and odd digit. First we have to add the digits at odd place. So odd place we have 9 plus 3 plus asterisk plus 7. I did that. 9 plus 3 plus asterisk plus 7. I received 19 plus asterisk. Sum of digits at even place, we got 5 plus 8 plus 4, that is 17. Now we can see 19 is greater than 17, so we will place this sum first and then this sum as second place. So when we will find the difference, we got 2 plus asterisk, means 19 minus 17 is equal to 2 plus asterisk. This should be 0 or this should be a multiple of 11. So this asterisk cannot be a negative number. So what should be added to 2 so that it will become a multiple of 11, because it cannot become 0, because we cannot add anything into a positive number which will give you 0. So we have to move further the number which is more than 2. So what we can add into 2 so that we will get this answer, means we have to forget 0 this time. Now we have to move except 0. What can we have so that this number will be definitely divisible by 11? So we can have 11. So if we want to make the 2 plus asterisk is equals to 11, so what can we add over here? 9. If we know that 9 plus 2 is 11, so asterisk will be 9. So your number will be look like 7, 4, 9, 8, 3, 5, 9. That number you have to find out. This number will be, that digit will be 9. So by this process you all have to solve the other parts. We have 5 parts. One part I have told you, that is fourth part. The rest of the fourth part you all have to do in your fair notebook. Continue from Wednesday work and put the date there. Now I am going forward to the question number 14, that is give an example of a number, first part, which is divisible by 2 but not by 4. If it is divisible by 2 but not by 4, so we have to find out a number which is divisible by 2 but not by 4. So if we read a table of 2, so we get 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6. 6 is divisible by 2 but 6 is not divisible by 4. So we may take this kind of example on our own choice. So you have to follow this thing, like we have a multiple of 3 but it is not a multiple of 6. So you have to read out a table through which they are saying it is divisible, and you may do this. Means your answer can be different. It does not mean that you have to match your answer with the answer sheet. Your answer can be different and you may write your own choice answer, but it should be correct. You have to cross check also, and no need of showing the solution. You have to just write the answer in that. Or if you want, you may solve in the book only if you have the book. Otherwise you may do in the notebook. So the next topic which we have to study, that is factorization and prime factorization. So we have to study this, what is factorization, what is prime factorization, and this is a very important thing, because for this, if we will continue in this prime factorization, we will be able to understand LCM and HCF very clearly. So first, for LCM and HCF, we have to understand this prime factorization very clearly. So I am going through it. Now you may see a factorization and prime factorization. What is factorization? Writing a number as the product of two or more numbers is called factorization of the number. Like if we have as an example 20 and we are writing is 4 into 5. So these two, 4 and 5, we know that this is factors, and this process is called that factorization. If we want, we may write as a 10 into 2 also. These are also the factors of 20, and this process is called as factorization. When we are breaking this number into two parts or more parts, and it is showing you the sum, the product as that given number. Now we have to understand about what is prime factorization. When a number is written as a product of prime numbers, then this process is called prime factorization. If we see this, I have written some numbers which is I have break 20 into two parts, or if we can, it is possible we can break it into three part also. But there should be no even number, no odd number. It should be only a prime number. It's like we have 10 as an even number, but 2 is a prime number. But here we have 4 is a even number. It is not prime. So if any factorization is being done and the factors are only the prime numbers, then it is called the prime factorization. So how can we go for the method of the prime factorization? We have to remember the following rules for the division by prime numbers. What are these rules? These are very easy thing. You have to start with the smallest prime number, that is, as we know, the prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13 and so on. So you have to start with the smallest prime number, like we have every even number is divisible by 2. The prime number which is the smallest prime number. So we will start with 2, then we will move on for 3, then 5, then 7, then 11. So as I am repeating you the rules. What were the rules? For 2 we know that the last digit should be even digit. For 5 we should have a last digit should be 0 or 5, then that number is divisible by 5. For 3 a number should be divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. And we will follow the rule, then we can follow the rule for 7, and then we can follow the rule for 11, and further we may go for 13 and 17. If we know the table, that will be very easy for us to understand. So as we know the prime numbers are in sequence is this, so we have to go in a sequence. So follow the rules of divisibility for the above prime numbers in sequence. We have to follow the sequence to solve this process. Now for the example, to understand it clearly, I hope you have done a little part in class 5, but I am going to explain it in two methods. The first, this is a column method, this is a tree method. This is called the tree method. This is a column method. You have to apply the rule starting from 2 and going for the maximum prime number only. Here you may see that only the prime numbers are here, and here is the quotient which you have get after a division. So we have a number 8250. First we will write the 8000. First we have to draw a line like this, and this by this way we will divide it. We will write the given number over here, and we will start with the smallest number, that is 2. This is the smallest prime number. So I have done over here 2. When we will divide 28250, first we have to check that is it divisible by 2 or not. So by the divisibility rule we may see that here is 0, which is an even number, so this number is completely divisible by 2. So we will write the quotient over here, that is 4125. Now we can see here the last digit is 5, which is not even. So now further it cannot be divisible by 2. So we will leave 2 prime number. Now we will move after 2. We got 3 as a prime number. Now we will check that 4125 means 4125 is divisible by 3 or not. For that we have to find the sum of its digit. The sum of the digits we got 4 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5. 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 5 10 and plus 2 12. Since 12 is completely divisible by 3, so 4125 will definitely divisible by 3. So as we have divided it, we got 1375. Now further we can check that is it going to be divisible by 3. This is 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 4 plus 1 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. It is not divisible by 5, so by 3, so we will move for the next number, that is next prime number, that is 5. So if we see it, this number is completely divisible by 5, that is 1375. We will divide by 5. We can see that the last digit is 5, so it is completely, don't have any doubt that is it going to be divisible or not. It is completely divisible by 5, so when we will divide it, we will get 275. And you all know how to do the division process. Now further we may see that here is 5, last digit is 5. This number is also divisible by 5, so when we will divide 5 5s are 25, and then 2 is left, 2 5 25, then it is going by 5. We got 55. Then again it is possible by 5, then we will take 5 further until and unless you got any other prime number through which it is going to be completely divisible. So that is 11 we have got. Now 11 can be only divisible by 11, so it will be only 1. And we have to complete this process until you got 1 over here. It will not be finished. So you have to start with 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and so on, whatever the prime number you are getting, but you will never be able to get 4, 6 or anything. And remember always that you will never take the 5 first and 3 later. You have to take 3, then 5, then 7 and 11 in a particular sequence. You have to take these number. Now I am taking about the tree method. What is a tree method? A tree method is just like this is the tree and we are showing the branches, like these are the same numbers which I have written, like 8250. Then we have took 2 to divide it, we got 4125. Then we have taken 2, 3, we got 1375. It is just written in the branches of a tree. That is like until you got 1, you will show their branches and you will keep it in the box. That is called, or you may show in a circle also, like 8250 you may show in a circle. Then you can show some branches like circle, then again you may show like branches. So it is called the tree method. It depends on you that what shape you are going to be taking. At last you have to show the prime factorization like this, that is 8250, and these are the prime factors of the number 8250. So whatever the numbers you have received over here, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 3 times you have got 5, and then you have got 11. So you have to write these prime factorization with this multiplication sign. At the last, first you will solve this thing, and then at last you will solve this thing. This is the optional thing. Either you choose this thing or you choose the tree method to solve it. But at the last you have to write this answer in both of the method. Now I am moving further. I am taking another example also. That is your exercise. I have taken the exercise 2C of your book, and this is the book, and we have 12 questions in exercise 2C, and these are the very tiny questions, but the last 4 questions like 2310 and 11, 12, and these questions are a little bit longer, but the other questions are easy, and you have to start with the smallest number and move further in a sequence and reach to the greatest number until you receive as a remainder 1. It is completely going to be divisible. So I am going to tell you the question number 11 of exercise 2C, and the rest part you all have to do in your notebook. So what is the question and how I have solved this? The question was 23,595. So we can see that this number cannot be divisible by 2 because the last digit is 5. So we will move for the next prime number, that is 3. For the 3 we have to check the sum of the digits, that is 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 9 plus 5 and as we receive equals to 24, and the 24 is completely divisible by 3. So this number, no doubt, it will be definitely divisible by 3. When we will divide it, we will get 7,865. 7,865 we got. Further we can check for 3, but we receive the sum 26, which is not divisible by 3. So we will move for the next prime number, that is 5. And when we divided by 5, we got 1573. Now it is completely showing that this is your unit digit and it is not 5 or 0. So we have to move further for 7. When we check for 7 and when we apply the rule of divisibility of 7, but we found that it is not completely divisible by 7, so we move further for the next prime number, that is 11. 11, when we have checked, it is completely divisible by 143 times. Then further we have checked this for 11, because we cannot move for 7, 5 and 3. If we have increased once we have increased, we will not go for the lower number. We have to increase always. So again we can check for 11 if it is going to be divisible or not. When we check that 11 ones are 11, we have got 1. Then we left with 3 and 3 33, 11 3 is 33. We have got 13 over here. And now 13 can be only divisible by 13 because it is a prime number, and we got 1. So we have to write this number as in a prime factors. This is the procedure how you have to find out, but you don't need to show this process. This is for your understanding. You have to show only this process, and then you have to write the factors like this. That is the answer, and you may check it from the book also, but do not copy this and just writing this. So do not cheat from the answer sheet. Only first you have to solve, then match your answer with the answer sheet. Thank you so much, and if you have any queries, so you may leave your doubts between 4 to 7 a.m. So I'll solve your query and I'll send the solution to you all. Thank you.